So we're live. Yet another umbraCoffee. Unusual setup.
Very different episode this time.
We are always prepared. So in case of if Callum couldn't make it today and maybe his flight was delayed or something, I had a backup here, backup Callum. So right now we are three of us here. And Callum, where are you?
I am in Denmark currently, and I'm at Umbraco HQ. You might be able to see behind me. We have the
famous Wall of Fame.
And I've got the rest of HQ here. I am here because there is an Umbraco barbecue happening tonight in Aarhus, which is north of Odense. So I flew out this morning, and we're going to go up there in a bit with a couple of people from HQ as well. We'll be meeting with Jan, Skovgaard, and a few other people. But yeah, set to be good.
How many people confirmed their presence? On
15 or so people coming, which is fine, considering that the weather is being like typical Danish summer right now, and it's a bit grey and cloudy. But yeah.
We titled this episode, Is It Codegarden Yet? Because every time when I see the HQ and its interiors, I'm missing Codegarden a lot.
And we were actually saying when we arrived here, it's changed so much. The layout has changed since Codegarden. So the D team are all on the first floor, and then there's kind of the SWAT team on this first the ground floor, along with the suits as well. And there's even got the famous rabbit and some nice posters, and there's an old UK festival in there even.
Ooh.
But
yeah. Where's the famous on-air room?
The on-air room. So this was discussed earlier in the week, wasn't it? That is behind me. The sign is not on right now because there's no one in there. I think everyone's eating their lunch.
So let's use this time to just go through the whole list of things which happened during this week, because it was yet another amazing week. But Callum, in addition to your barbecues, for everyone who won't make it today in Aarhus, where you will be with the barbecues later on during the month?
Last Friday I was in Bristol. We did a great barbecue in Bristol, and next week we've got one in London, kindly sponsored by the Cogworks. That's on meetup.com. You can go sign up. And then at the start of September, we're doing one in Manchester too. So there'll be 7th of September, kindly sponsored by Agedia, Off-Road Code, and McCann in Manchester. So there's a couple of events coming up in the UK as well. If you can't make it to the barbecues, I haven't made it so far, come along. We'd love to see as many people there as possible.
Nice. I just wanted to share something non-Umbraco related first. I don't know if you have seen it, but we were amazed before going live with this small snippet on CodePen shared by Scott Hanselman also on the Twitter. And it has just a little bit of canvas and JavaScript code, 2 images with a static dog, it's not animated, and a map for the 3D depth. Yeah. And it's behaving like 3D object. It's amazing.
Cursor, that is really, really clever.
Yep. And okay, let's jump back to Umbraco topics, because I also have opened the Unicorner. First episode was shared on the first day of this week, on Monday. It's great to see that it's going well. And we also seen on Twitter that the second episode was produced, and it will be about Latch, and also probably some other topics. And we can just invite people to subscribe Umbraco HQ channel, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, this is perfect timing, because I have Gabriel with me right now, who was a guest star on umbraCoffee. You're now a guest star on umbraCoffee, but you were the guest star of the Unicorner this week.
Nice to meet you guys.
And it was great to see a little bit of an insight into the kind of work that you do in SWAT, but as well in the kind of the YouTube series and the Umbraco TV as well. That's really, really awesome.
Thank you.
Do you want to just say a little bit about what you do?
Yes.
For people that didn't see it?
Of course. Hello again, I'm Gabriel, and I'm part of the SWAT team, support warriors and troubleshooters. Today, I'm taking care of our awesome Umbraco Cloud customers. And a part of this, during my weekdays, I'm just playing around with YouTube. I create some videos for YouTube. Then hopefully I will see you online on 5th of September for the extending the back office training.
So you do the training as well online now as well, which is really awesome. And it's not just Gabriel and the SWAT team. We have a whole load of other people, some of which are also on lunch right now. But anyone that wants to give us a wave, give us a wave.
Yes, we have Daniel here, aka Rivaldo. Yes. Hi guys, nice to meet you.
And over here.
Hello, guys. Yeah. Speaking about YouTube, we are right now running a competition, obviously. But we just wanted. Yeah, we've mentioned that we were close to 200 subscriptions last week, and we can just thank you all for bidding this level. And we've seen that umbraco has 210 subscribers, so we are going to beat them and compete.
Challenge for this week: we've got to beat umbraco's YouTube subscribers.
But if you will be subscribing umbraco or us, just click to accounts. We'll be exchanging knowledge between channels, of course, and doing some kind of crosses. Serious YouTubers here, yeah. Okay. Speaking about community, YouTube, etc., Owen, who was our guest a couple of weeks back, started a new initiative, his side project, as he named it, called the Community Corner, and it's related with umbraco HQ as well, because his first guest, I don't know if you can name people here as a guest, but the featured profile was Jasper from HQ, yet another support worker who was probably waving.
Yes, he just gave us a wave a second ago.
Yeah, exactly. So I wasn't mistaken. So yeah, Owen started this series, and he will be featuring people who are just starting their journey with umbraco. And yeah, I think that it's a nice idea. And also, I've seen that Owen was looking for those people. So maybe if someone is watching us right now and his or her journey with umbraco started less than 1 year ago, feel free to reach Owen or let us know here in comments or someone else to be found. And yeah, it's good to see new faces and new people.
Yeah, and he put a tweet out a while ago, I think a couple of months back now, asking for people that have only just started working with umbraco to get in touch. So I think he has got a bit of a backlog of posts, so these should be coming semi-regularly. And it's really cool to see these people that have been lesser known in the community or only just getting started to be highlighted. And yeah. Nice.
And maybe as speaking about umbraco right now, we can mention, of course, that we had a release of new version Tuesday, a big release, 7.12. And it was good to see that community once again jumped into the topic and helped umbraco deliver highest quality, I think, because after the release, some people started to report issues with multi-node trippicker, and it started a nice discussion on our where people were trying to help each other to reproduce the issue. Then Anders jumped in and listed the steps exactly required to be made to reproduce the issue. And Sebastian introduced a workaround, and hopefully it will be fixed in the next patch release. Niels was also amazed about this whole discussion and the power of community, and exactly this is for what is made up for. And I think that it's amazing example how people are just cooperating with each other to just make the product and the experience of using it better and better.
I think almost this 7.12 release should be called that power of community release, because I think the blog post that went out earlier in the week said that pretty much all of the pull requests or all of the features in this new release are actually from the community. It's been a handful from HQ, but a lot of them have been pull requests and bug fixes and some UI improvements.
Yeah, and also this is a proof that HQ is not focused on V8 only, which is definitely something what some people on some agencies and some companies were scared of. So yeah, this V7 is still evolving, still bringing new features and new fixes. So that's good to see. And it's worth to mention that, of course, the multi-award team from Off-Road Code also made benchmarks from V7.12. So we are all able to see what got improved and what's changed, what maybe got better or worse in terms of V7 performance. And speaking about improvements of the code and V8, maybe we can also feature Warren's thread on our. I've noticed this on Twitter a couple days back. Warren was looking, or 1 day back. Warren is looking for some kind of feedback about replacing Log4Net with Serilog.
Yeah, and it's something we've been discussing actually kind of for a while with Warren as part of the V8 hackathons.
Yep.
Was investigating it as a change for V8. And I know that a few people, I think Jeffrey asked on Twitter kind of the reasons why, and this is why the thread has been started, so that these
I think it might be a good call for action for people who are maybe more experienced in the .NET world rather than Umbraco, to share their experience with other loggers and Serilog particularly, because maybe there is something which we don't know about them, and there are some maybe advantages or disadvantages to think about this switch. And this is for what this thread is, right? So feel free to share your opinions there.
Definitely. Whilst we're talking about the CMS, it may be worth mentioning, I think quite a few of them are on lunch, but I am on the same floor as the D team now, who are here. Give us a wave if you want. Hey! Hey! And we have a couple of other members of the D team in the corner here. Give us a wave.
Hey!
Hello.
It's growing so fast. It's getting bigger and bigger. And
I'm an entire floor now. I remember, I think it was, well, maybe, was it Codegarden or maybe it was last Codegarden where the D team was stuck in the same bit as where the SWAT team are. So yeah, and there's now much more, many more.
Maybe if you are bringing the D team topic, we can mention the blog post which was posted earlier this day. It's a story behind a new hire at Umbraco HQ about Elitsa, who we mentioned last week, and her pull request made just after starting the job at the HQ. And there's a great story about her background, about her studies, and about her passion for dance, which is amazing. And I think that's yet another great story about people in the HQ. And that's we can highly encourage everyone to
have a wild Runa.
Ooh. So that's
we were just talking about the new D team hires and how the D team's grown.
All right. Yes. Pretty exciting.
Yeah.
I don't even have a count of how many people we are anymore.
Yeah, it's a lot of people.
So just just list the names of all people in the HQ right now.
Nope.
There's a lot of desks, so I think there's
It should be a challenge for Umbraco Bingo at Codegarden to just list all the people in the HQ.
Stacking, yeah. I think there was a discussion a few weeks ago on Twitter about doing a night shift with the desks so that you could fit more people in.
Yeah, we talked about hiring Umbrella to do a stack developer.
Would you like some cake?
The cake is being offered to me. Thank you.
Ooh, and what a nice T-shirt.
Yeah, the rabbit has really good fashion tastes.
I'm really scared that this rabbit is impersonating a really well-known founder of Umbraco HQ, but this is only my concern.
Yeah, yes. So maybe for those that aren't aware, the rabbit, whenever we've done an episode from Umbraco HQ or featuring a member of Umbraco HQ, the rabbit always appears, and it's always Niels in rabbit hat on. In fact, he's actually walking around up here right now with the rabbit.
Usual Friday at the HQ office, right?
Yeah. And I think maybe as a side note, we've got people up here that we maybe don't normally see. So we have Ilham, who is the UCO, Umbraco Community Engagement Officer, and Macon, you're the OMG, the Office Management Guru. Yeah, awesome. And Runa sits up here, and the rabbit seems to be perching up here as well, which is and as the rabbit sits full time.
Maybe as Runa mentioned, some packages and companies doing packages, we can jump to the blog where we are featuring the new releases this week. And this week was very packed with the new releases. Last week we didn't have any, so maybe I will just share my screen. And we have a Plumber from Nathan Wolf, new release 0.9 with some new fixes and features. We have new release of Nexu with support for content list property editor, for example, and some other things introduced in the new Umbraco releases. And also we have a new release of Articulate package from Shannon for all the bloggers out there who wants to run the blogs in Umbraco. And what
I don't know if we have on the list actually, Marcin. The Shannon did I don't know if it's a package or if it's like a yeah, I think it's a package for examine on blob storage. See this? So Shannon has created some kind of provider or something. I didn't really look into it too much. That allows you to run examine indexes and store them on a blob storage account, so that you can have this kind of persistent storage, which you don't get with Azure Web Apps, because when you destroy a web app, it gets rid of all the files underneath as well and has to rebuild the indexes. So this would give you the option to store them on storage, and then they're kind of always there. It's very experimental, he says, and it's on his blog only at the moment, but he's looking for people to try it out. So that could also be interesting. Seems like he's had a busy week.
Yeah, of course we will feature and list this link in the description of this video for everyone who wants to try.
Well,
rest in peace. Okay, and Callum, we've been discussing one more release before going live, and this is the dark theme for back office made by Eric Peterson, and this is
awesome.
something. Yeah, it looks exactly how I imagined it when we were working on some kind of package for theme switcher in the back office, and I need to reach Eric and discuss how it can be merged into this package and enables us to use this theme within the theme switcher. And also during this week, there was a new release from another Eric, and it's a Hangfire dashboard where we can see the jobs and all of the servers, queues, and everything else related with Hangfire straight from Umbraco back office.
Yeah,
and that's all about new releases. Oh, we've lost Callum. He walked into the basement.
Now that
now yeah, you're back.
Yes, there we go. I believe now that the room is empty, I can probably share a bit better what goes on at HQ. So this is their Beetroot Room, and it's kind of where they eat lunch. And I didn't really want to come in here whilst everyone was eating, but you can see here there's a whole feast of food, including one of the cakes that the rabbit just offered me. It's really, really delicious. This was packed when I arrived at about 12 p.m. And they've now all gone back to work. But yeah, this is where everyone comes to eat. So lunch every day, it seems.
The only thing which I remember about this room, that how we were preparing our talk for the Code Garden.
We sat at, I think, this very table here, Marcin, and finished off our talk.
Yeah, that's really cool to see the HQ and the life being lived there, and it's so many people working there. It's growing so fast that it's great to see the how it grows. Also, I have some things listed on our other stuff list. Maybe we can bring some kind of update on festivals, because last week we've shared the agenda for Polish festival, and I'm wearing a T-shirt from one of the previous years, by the way. And festival in Netherlands shared more people who will be speaking at it. It's at October 5th, if I remember correctly. One second. We're losing you, Callum. You're back?
Yep, we should be back. October 5th.
Yes, October 5th. And we've seen that Dave Westerbork will be speaking there, and some more people from the Netherlands community, and not only from what we know. And also, I've seen one more interesting thing, and I don't know if you, Callum, seen this. Mark Drake shared some kind of screenshot from the content library. It all sounds really interesting. Content library made for editors to help them very quickly find and edit a specific page. And if I understand it correctly, it's some kind of overlay when you are in the edit mode, or when you're logged into the back office, and you can just do some kind of action straight from the page.
Yeah, it looks like press Control Space, and it
toggles the menu. Yep, exactly. So it looks very interesting, and we will try to bring Mark to umbraCoffee to maybe tell us more about it. But yeah, that's I think that's all from the things which we've spotted during this week. Do we have anything else to mention?
No, I don't think so.
Johnny asked about a song made by Slave and Eagle. I don't know if it's possible.
I don't think Slave and Eagle are really ready for a performance just yet, but maybe another day.
Maybe at the evening at the barbecue.
Yeah, well, Runa will be coming. I don't know about Mads, but yeah, we'll see. Maybe Runa can do a solo.
Yes. Oh, and we have Adriana finally at the umbraCoffee audience. So hi, Adriana. We're trying to be more interactive, so don't hesitate to leave us a comment if we are missing anything, or if you've done something or you've spotted something which we've missed. Feel free to chat and tell us about it. And yeah, what else we have? Nothing else. I think that we can just be get back to work and become more jealous for you and your great time.
Years after this.
Yeah. So are you going to Aarhus straight after that?
Not straight away. I've got we'll be here for an hour or so, and then we'll go.
Cool. Say hi to everyone at the HQ from all of us here.
If anyone's interested, we'll be posting on Twitter some pictures throughout the day, and from the barbecues, the hashtags are Umbraco Barbecue or meet MEAT up. We'll post pictures, and you can get very, very jealous from far away.
Yeah. So I will stay with my backup Callum here and do the work. And have a great afternoon and evening. And once again, thank you all for watching, and see you next week.
Cool. Bye.